Hello, my name is Sofia Gonzalez, and for today's persuasive speech, I'm going to be talking about why animals shouldn't be kept in captivity. I'm going to be specific and talk about the killer whales. SeaWorld has been known to have one of the best whale performances there is in the United States in their 3 parks. One is in San Diego, the other one is in Florida, and the last one is here in Texas. The way that SeaWorld gets the whales is by going to hunt them. SeaWorld hires divers and specialists to go follow the pods of the whales. When they are found and they are cornered, the divers specifically pull out the calves, which are the babies, from the mothers. Once they get the baby whale from the mothers, they place them in a specific tank with other whales, even though they have nothing in common. Although they are the same kind of animal, it doesn't mean that they are the same in personality. And I say personality because each of these whales are very different. Each come from a different pod, which means that they have completely different genes, completely different culture, completely different vocalization, which is their language. Once you put them in the same tank together, they start getting fights. That is why many of the SeaWorld whales have like cuts in their skin, because they fight within each other because they're not from the same pod. Whales are used to swimming in the wild miles and miles and miles. And when they get captured and pulled into a pool, they swim in circles and in circles and in circles. They are usually in a 20 by 30 pool, and it's not just one whale. In a real life situation, when a kid gets kidnapped away from his mother, we can see that the mother is sad, she's angry, she does not want to do anything but find her kid. When I watched Blackfish, there was a scene where a mother whale gave birth to a calf, and as soon as she gave birth, they took the baby away to another park. She stayed in a corner the entire time. She did not want to eat. She was shaking, and she just stayed in that one little corner. And she was trying to make long vocalizations, meaning that she was trying to find her kid. And when you see that, you put that in perspective, that is the same way a mother could feel. On another note, there has been no record found a whale hurting a human in the wild. Whales have been known that they're super friendly, they're kind, they're a down-to-earth animal. But as soon as you put them in a tank, they start to show aggressive behaviors. And who wouldn't? There has been so many cases of killer whales hurting the trainers in SeaWorld, but many of them don't go public because they don't want people to know that these whales are hurting people. I can assume, many people assume that they do this because they are so tired of being captured and held for so long. They can't go swimming, they can't be doing all of this stuff. They have to be in a pool with other whales, and I can imagine that is heartbreaking. To put it in perspective, we have been in quarantine for probably 2 months, let's say, give or take. These whales have been in quarantine their life. Since the moment they're born, they're kept in a pool. Imagine us being in quarantine all of our life and just going out for food or just going out to necessities. This is what the whales feel. And all of these shows that they perform and all of this is just to make money. They do not care about the whales. They do not care about how they are. They just want the money from the people that come see these shows. And that is why many people have stood outside of the SeaWorld and held signs and said to not go in and to respect the whales, and they belong in the wild, because they do. Not just the killer whales, but all of the animals that are kept in zoos, that are kept in cages. Although I understand that these places are for educational purposes, and that if you go, you learn a lot about the animal and how they live and all of these things, it is hurting the animal. There is so much research that can be done when the animal is kept in the wild. We can see how they actually are because they're in their normal habitats. And although the zoos try to keep the same environment as they normally will be in, it is not the same because they are not running in the wild. They're not being with their own kind. So every time you think about it, try to imagine what it would be like if you were in that situation, if you were the animal and being in the cage. Thank you for watching.